guys, it's December somehow, which means Christmas is coming up super fast. The last DIY I did was a DIY Christmas present idea, which I'll link down below if you haven't seen that already. And today I want to show you some ideas for making your own Christmas cards. I always really love making my own cards. I think it's much more personal than buying a card in a store, and I find it to be a really good way to get into the festive spirit as well. I'm going to be showing you 2 different card design ideas today, so let's get started. First up is this Christmas bunting card. You'll need white, brown, red and green paper or card, some Christmas ribbon of any sort, some glue and a paintbrush. You can make your cards any size you want really, just make sure it's sort of like a normal envelope size I guess if you're going to be sending them. But I'm making mine A6 size, so that's half of this brown A4 sheet folded in 2. Then you'll want to cut strips about 2 centimeters wide of your other paper colours, and then cut those strips in kind of like a zigzag I guess to make little triangles. I just freehanded this and made mine fairly wide. You can feel free to measure it out and get it perfect if you want, but I just didn't see the point really. Once they're cut out, you need to cut 2 strands of ribbon that are a little bit wider than the width of your card. Run the backs of them through some glue and stick them on. You want the ribbon to be wider than the card so that you can hold the non-gluey ends to place it on easily, if that makes sense. Then just paint a little bit of glue on the top of the back of your triangles and stick them onto the ribbon like bunting. I stuck mine in a pattern alternating colours, but feel free to mix it up or make it totally random if you want to, whatever you feel like really. Then add any extra bits of glue you might need to make sure the ribbon's stuck down properly and trim off the ends, then leave it to dry completely. This card is super simple to make and I think it looks really effective. I love the use of the brown as the card itself rather than a traditional Christmas coloured card because I think it makes this one stand out and makes the colours of the bunting pop even more. This next glittery card is more in the traditional Christmas colours. For this you'll need red card, a Merry Christmas printout, and I drew this lettering so I've got a link to where you can download it for free in the description box so that you can use it too. And you'll also need some fine red glitter, some glue, thin paintbrush and a pencil. Just like with the last one, I'm going to cut my paper in 2 and fold it in half to make my cards. This A6 size is what the lettering has been drawn for, but I'm sure you could easily blow it up or shrink it down as you needed. Then I'm going to take a super dark pencil and scribble on the back of the printout. I'm using a graphite stick here, and I like using that because it's nice and thick, so I guess it's faster to colour in on the back, but you could also just use a regular 4B pencil. Once you've got a good layer of dark pencil on there, trim the lettering down a bit so you can see where to place it on the card. Then take your normal pencil and draw over the letters, and doing this will help transfer the dark pencil on the back of the paper onto the card so that you'll have your outline. And don't worry if it's not perfect because we're going to be gluing over the top anyway. Put some newspaper underneath your card after you've got your outline, and then take some glue on your paintbrush and start filling it in. You want to go slightly over the pencil lines or just get as close to them as possible so that you can hide them underneath the glue and glitter. You'll want to work quite quickly so the glue doesn't dry, so when you notice your first letter starting to dry a bit, stop and sprinkle glitter all over it. You want to really cover it and make sure every glue spot is covered up, so don't be stingy with the glitter. Then tap off the excess and repeat until it's all filled in and all glittered. And of course you can tip the excess glitter back into the container afterwards. I'm so pleased with how this one turned out. It's obviously not perfect, but I think it looks pretty darn professional for a homemade card, and it was so easy to do. I love the red on red personally, but you could definitely mix up the colours of both the card and the glitter to be whatever you liked. I really hope you guys liked that DIY. Please make sure if you do try it out to send me a picture either on Instagram or on Twitter because I'd love to see your creations. I am going to be doing a weekly vlogmas type thing on my channel this year, so I'm going to be vlogging every week of December and uploading a weekly vlog every Wednesday, so keep an eye out for that in your subscription boxes. Hope you guys have a great weekend and I will see you next week. Bye!